Hey guys, how's it going? Shaved yesterday. First time in a long time. Well, I'm going to give you an update on the van build and a bit of a problem and an idea that I have to overcome that problem. So what we're looking at here is some progress that I've made. I put this piece here yesterday. Ooh, it's still a tiny bit tacky. I put it in yesterday and then I painted it all because I knew I was going to be at my kid's house overnight, so that means I don't have to suck any fumes in. This is low VOC paint, like basically hardly, I mean I can barely smell it right now. In fact, I can't smell it. There's no smell right now. So it's low VOC and it's been 24 hours, and like I said, I had the fan on sucking it out. And then underneath, I put some panels in, and I'm still going to see if I can show you this. My idea is, I got these painting sticks to mix paint with, and they're super thin and light, and they're free. So what I'm going to do, let's find one, is I'm going to cut it off and install it over the little lip so that it kind of makes it a little bit more pretty. And then but I have to wait until I put the wood on this wall so that I can have the wood meet right up against the pine and the pine stuff cladding, I guess. So that's the plan. Now some of you might be saying, well, why did you leave a gap here? Well, my idea is I'm going to put an LED strip in here. Not really sure how long I want it to go. I read somewhere that with the LED strip lighting, if it's dimmable, which is kind of what I want because hopefully it'll use less energy, but they're saying if it's dimmable, it actually uses the same amount or something. Actually, it was on a Bob Wells video. I have to look at that again, but it was Bob Wells and he was doing a tour of the big tent. This is like a couple weeks ago. That's a video he posted, and he was talking to the guy at the LED spot. One of those, what do you call those things, little kiosk where he's selling LED stuff. And the guy said, if you use LEDs that are dimmable, then they, what did he say? I'm going to have to look at that video again. If anybody remembers, please put it in the comments section below if you saw that video. Yeah. So now, my next stage is, the problem I have, where the heck's my measuring tape? In here. I'm never going to be able to measure this out right now with one hand, but this is not quite 6 feet. So what I need to do is put strips of tongue and groove all the way across. Well, that's what it is. It's over 6 feet. So the pieces that you can buy come in 8-foot and 12-foot lengths. So if I get one that's 8 feet, then it's going to cost me $5.85, and then it's going to be too long, and then I'm going to have like 2 feet of waste. If I get one that's 12 feet, it's going to be too short because this is over 6 feet. So my idea is I'm going to take some of this Luan wood here, and I'm going to cut it in strips about maybe 5 inches. I'm going to have to measure it exactly. And then I'm going to attach it to the wall right here, up and down. Now the reason I'm using Luan is because I need it to bend, because as you see there's a curve in the wall here, and I know plywood is never going to bend like that. But I need it to be 3/4 of an inch thick, because that's how, I got a piece right here. That's how thick this is. Oh look, bread. So I need this to match up with that. So it's going to be, I'll have to measure all this out, but I'm pretty sure if I use 3 pieces like this, 3 layers, it'll be 3/4 of an inch, if this is actually a 1/4 inch. So then I'll put 3 layers like that, and I'll use these things I just bought, little L bracket things, to help them conform to the curve. So I'll make it wide like this, and then I'll be able to butt this against the edge and then have it all the way going all the way down, so that I don't have to waste money on wood that I'm not even using. So that's my idea. That was the problem I came up with, or the problem I had, and that's my solution. I painted all this. If you remember back, the reason I have this all open is because I'm gonna put a big huge 17.5 inch from here to here, because my base cabs are 16 inches wide, and I need to make a closet. I don't know if you call it a closet, but a storage area where I'm gonna stick them in. And I remember before that it was tough to get them in height-wise, because they're 44 inches. And the more space I have, the better. So it just means there's a little bit less insulation in here. I just have to Thermalite, or whatever the heck they call it. Thermarest? Thermos something? Thinlite. Thinless? Thinless. I don't know. I forgot the name. Anyway, so it's just that stuff, the white stuff at the top there. So that's what's happening in the van. I'm gonna get started on this right now and see how she goes. I'm not putting the tongue and groove in yet because I gotta finish this first so that I can so that I don't have big huge 12 pieces of tongue and groove in here without using it. I'm gonna buy 2 pieces at a time, cut it and use it, so they don't have this huge piece of wood being difficult. Him and I will have to share some space, so I'm trying to use it so that it's not going to be in my way. Back to the LED lighting. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 different kinds. I'm going to have like a really low wattage one, just for like ambient light when that's what it's usually going to be on when I'm in the van. And that'll just give some backlight so that I'm not sitting in the dark. And then I'm going to have another strip which will be like bright when I need to look for something, or if I need to move around in here and get stuff done. So it'll help me illuminate the van. And I'm just going to put it up here. Now this is 3/4 of an inch wide. I use these things to measure it. So this should fit perfectly in there. I wonder if it does. It's supposed to. 3/4 of an inch wide, and that should be plenty. I'm pretty sure those strips are like 1/2 inch or maybe less. I don't know. I don't have any on hand. Gotta order some from Amazon. That's gonna go in there. So it's coming along. I'm hoping by tomorrow night, with any luck, to have all the tongue and groove on here. Hopefully it goes fast, but we'll see. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on here. Turns out I need the strip to be about 2 3/4 inches. So it's weird how at the top it touches, goes wide over here, and then touches at the bottom. You know what? It's really not that important. It's going to be hidden behind stuff, so whip-de-doo, right? So then the next section, I just roughly cut around the L brackets, and then I'm going to inset the screws so that they don't interfere with the third layer. Okay, that strip is in. It's not pretty, but yeah, it doesn't really have to be. It's going to be painted and everything, so. And then the next step is this. It's not 100% flush, but it's pretty close. And it'll do, Johnny. It'll do. Anyways, guys, just a bit of an update for you here. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great night.